Yeah, what's wrong with right now if you don't think about it? Not that you
Right.
can choose to think or not think. It's a pointer. What's wrong with right now if you don't think about it? If there were just it means if there were zero thoughts right now, what would be the problem?
Right.
Not a thing. Yeah. Now, where we live as these seeming human beings is in the mind. That's where we live. We would make the claim that we live here, yeah, in the world, yeah, but everyone's living in their mind, taking what mind says to be true. Taking what mind says to be true. You know that same mind that's not conscious and can't experience anything? We
Right.
live there, taking that to be factual, taking that to be true. Yeah, like, it's the character that you experience when you're in bed asleep dreaming, your character that you experience in that dream, it can't see, hear, taste, touch, or smell, and it is not conscious and it is not aware. That character in a sleeping dream. Furthermore, everything that's going on in that dream, hills, mountains, bars, people, and so on and so forth, aren't there. None of it's real. Now, can you imagine me trying to tell the character in that dream that's going on in here is real? And nor are you? What do you think the character would say to me? Look, there's a hill over there, there's a building over there, there's a car over there. What do you mean none of this is not true? Look for yourself. There's a hill, building, a car, there's people over there. This is the character in the dream.
Right.
Trying to tell me that it's real, and so too is everything else going on in the dream. Now, when do you know that the character isn't real and everything that's going on in the dream isn't real? When do you know that?
When the dream is over,
Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, right?
you wake up. Right.
When you wake up, oh, fuck, that was just a dream, right? And then immediately, and we don't realize it, immediately we step into another dream. Cool. Yeah. Immediately. We don't even
Right.
realize we're doing it. And
Right.
then we're in here. Now living in the mind again all day long and listening to what's going on in here.
Right.
Yeah. And whilst we're living in here, yeah, we're missing the immediacy of now. We're missing life. We're missing consciousness. We're missing awareness. The being, we're missing it. We're missing it.
Right.
So, it's where do you want to live? Here or in here?
Right.
In here is false and here is real.
Right.
Here. This is real. This is where they're operating, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. This is where consciousness is. This is where awareness is. This is where the aliveness is. This is where the beingness is, here.
Right.
And we choose not to be here. We choose to get in here. You've seen it. Oh, God, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. Going on and that going on. You've experienced it and you've seen it. You've seen others do it, right? Lost in their head. You've seen it.
Totally.
Yeah. You're not in there. You don't live in there. And what's going on in there has got nothing to do with this here. Nothing. Zero. Going on in there has got to do with what's going on in there, including the character, because the character gets created in there. So it is like a dream, Lee.
Right.
It's like a dream. It really is. Yeah. Now, this here, it's, see, This here-ness, this beingness is real. It is. This consciousness, it is. Awareness, it is. There is seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. It is. It is. Yeah. And the problem is, until we see it, we take this experience here, yeah, to be a me having this experience. And then we get on the non-dual path and we hear, hey, the me's got to go. Right? Now, if you're fully identified with this, here, this aliveness as being the me, then that also gets interpreted that this has got to go too. It's got to go because this is me. Now you can see why people get stuck on the non-dual path. You catching me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You catching it? Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. I'm riding along. I'm kind of on the roller
Yeah.
coaster. I'm in the cart and hanging on a little bit.
That's all right. That's all right. You know, look, this non-dual path is not about experiencing some wow thing. That's not what it's about. This non-dual path is about discovering what the truth is. Full stop. Regardless as to what that truth might be, that's all you're interested in. That should be all you're interested in. The truth. What's actually happening, as opposed to what we think is happening. What's actually happening? Well, what the hell's going on here? Yeah. You know, and we just do little things, Lee, like, because most people believe they're the thinker. Okay, well, let's have a look at that. Stop it. People go, oh, I can't stop. That's incredible, believing we are the thinker. Then none of us ever have a look to see if it's true. I am the thinker. And you look and you go, holy shit, thoughts are just happening. Jesus, holy shit. All thoughts, all thoughts are just happening. It's not like there's thoughts just happening and there's a me that has its own private little thoughts about thoughts. Even that, this me and the seeming private little thoughts about thoughts are all in thoughts, all of it. There's not a me outside of the thoughts that's got private little thoughts about thoughts. The me's inside the thoughts with its apparent private little thoughts about thoughts. But the me, it's not an entity. It's not alive. It's not alive. It's just thoughts going beep, 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 all day long. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. So this is about coming to see what you're not. And in coming to fully see and understand what you're not, what you are is self-revealing. And, you know, the tip or the clue is in the statement that you made at the beginning of this set, which was, you understand the me can't see, hear, taste, touch, smell, and it's not conscious and it's not aware. Then it begs the question, who or what's this then? Because you are conscious, you are aware, you are alive. There is seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling. Who or what is this? But before you get there, who or what is this, you got to be convinced of what you're not first. You've got to see what you're not, Lee. You've got to see what you're not. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because when you see that, it becomes crystal clear that the me cannot see, hear, taste, touch, or smell, and is not conscious or aware. Which means this that's happening here can't be the me. If it's not the me, holy shit, what's this? What's happening? That's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Well, that's where, yeah, and that's where like ego, we didn't use the big 3-letter word, but that's sometimes I was thinking this the other day that when I kind of I mean, I've generally been feeling pretty good, but getting down a bit, somewhat depressed, kind of, I don't know, is depression coming back or not? And, and as I've been kind of feeling more awakened now and then, it occurs to me that, is that the ego kind of coming in to claim things and say, hold on, uh, I'm not done here. Or there's something there that's operating, that's kind of pulling me down. That's, not buying the whole
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, this is still being taken to be true. Mind.
Right.
And it's up to you to see whether or not what this is saying is true or false.
Right.
And I'll tell you, anything it says, anything it says is false.
Right.
Anything.
But it's going all the time. And it's
Yeah, doesn't make it true.
no.
Doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true.
Right.
Yeah. There's an aliveness, there's a beingness, there's a consciousness, there's an awareness, and there is mind. Now, you can live in the mind or you can be here. Can't be both.
Right.
Because the mind can't experience here. The mind can't experience here. It just has concepts and ideas about here. It even believes that now is an increment, a measurement. The now.
Right.
It's a measurement.
Right. Right.
There's this now, and then there's this now, and then there's this now, and then there's this now, and all those previous nows have gone into the past, and that's all crap. Now it's not even an increment. It's not even a measurement. But this mind will interpret it as a measurement. Now,
Right.
that's why it says now, and now there's this now, says mind. It's just constantly now. Now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem is mind, nothing else. The problem is mind. That's all. Get out of there. But you've got to see what you need to see is that it's the mind that creates a seeming me. Yeah. And it's a character. It's fictitious. It's a phantom. It's not real. Yeah. But it's also the mind that has said, yeah, me is here. And it's me that's experiencing this, which is a false statement. Me cannot experience this, right? But if thoughts are convinced that me is this, yeah, well, if that's true, then on the non-dual path, this has got to go too. And that's not what happens. This actually remains, and this goes. Mine goes. That's what happens. And just here, boom, quiet, very quiet, because this has dropped. Just here. With not a notion of this that is here as being a Lee or a me. And this is where I'd say a you. Yeah. Just don't take the you to be Lee. Don't take the you to be me. Because I'm not defining what the you is. I will not define that. But you hear me. You see me. You are aware of me. Aware. That's it. That's it. Come to see what you're not, Lee. Stop chasing non-duality. Yeah. Or stop chasing an outcome. I'm not saying don't look at other non-dual teachers or stop doing satsangs. I'm not saying that. Yeah. What I am saying is you're not after an outcome. You just want to know the truth here, now. That's it. That's what you want to know. And the truth is, and you've heard a lot of teachers say it, the truth is there is no me. Now you need to discover that. And you're not going to discover it by letting the me remain and chase non-duality, because it'll be a me chasing non-duality and it'll never get it because the me's still here.
Right.
Trying to chase non-duality. You with me?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
So
abstract.
it's about coming to see what you're not.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's a 180. It's a completely different way of viewing, looking, understanding. Yeah. If you walked up to the average person in the street and you said, are you the your thoughts? They would say, of course I am. They would just say, of course I am.
Right.
Without having investigated to see if it's true or false. They would say, of course I'm the thinker of my thoughts. What a stupid question, they would probably say. You understand? But then look, you discover something else is happening, don't you? Yeah. So this is just about looking, inquiring. Yeah.
Mm. Well, and also knowing that there is this brain functioning, there's this device, whatever you want to call it, that is doing all of that. And
you don't know. That's an assumption. Stop. That's an assumption. You don't act at all. That's an assumption. Just check in with yourself and ask yourself, am I assuming that?
Right.
And you'll discover you are. It's an assumption. Yeah. So all you're interested in is the truth.
Right.
Stop assuming, or don't allow this to assume and then believe the assumption. Listen to what's going on. Yeah.